And welcome everybody, this is Groundwarfare, and today I will present you with a video featuring the American Tier 9 heavy tank, the M103. The first replay is of a battle on Airfield, where we have pretty favorable matchmaking, only 3 Tier 9 on each team. The rest is either Tier 8 or a couple of Tier 7s as well. And I figured, well, the M103 is the main heavy in this team. I should go to E5, E6, the area where most of the heavies are fighting it out. I am aware of the fact that there are 3 pieces of artillery on each team, so I really want to get arty safe as much as possible. Luckily, our scouts did spot that M41 Bulldog quite quickly, enabling me to put a quick shot into him. I did notice that he went down the middle, so I'm trying to get into a position from which I can have a direct line of fire on him, but he escapes there because these rocks in front of me prevent me from shooting at him. So I turned back to my original plan, which was going to the middle to fight it out with the enemy heavy tanks. We do have a platoon of IS-6s that are quite aggressive here in the middle, already taking a bit of damage, and there is the first arty shell landing on that poor IS-6. The second again, so I am aware that arty has got this place in their sights, so I keep that in mind, trying to use the hills to my advantage. As you can see on the minimap, maybe there has been a Yak Panther 2 spotted in that corner. I'm trying to figure out where it is, and there, incoming round, almost to the direct front, so I quickly return fire, doing a blind shot there. I'm not sure whether it hit or not, but I thought I had the time and the ability to do it. Yeah, we're already 2 tanks down, and it doesn't look very good here in the middle. We have 1 enemy heavy that is stuck over there. The IS-6s are hanging back a bit. We have a scout to my left and IS-6 on the balcony. It seems that the Tier 8 heavies are trying to make a push, and in my mind I don't want to go with them yet, because I know arty is aimed here and I'm gonna take hits, and we do not yet know what else is back there. Maybe they're very defending on the lower ground there, or they have some tank destroyers sniping. So I'm going up the balcony here, trying to get some shots on the middle, and this is where it does get interesting, because all of a sudden I spot a KV-4 going down the middle. And that really surprised me. I thought those heavies were on the other side of the hills from us, but apparently not. And again, here, 3 enemy top tier heavy tanks down the middle. There is a Tiger 2 coming up behind me, so I try to angle it as best as possible, but I give him too much of my sight. I turn around, try and get a return shot into him. Our M41 Bulldog is also putting effective fire into him. He turns away his turret, giving me the sight. It's ED pen. Backing off, try to remain arty safe, and still the Bulldog is shooting. I'm reloaded, but the Bulldog shot a tiny bit earlier than me, getting the kill. Again, a second tank appears. It's the Carnarvon, shooting my tracks, and I effectively ban him. I have a look around and see the enemy Conqueror down the middle, fighting it with our T51 Mod 1. I did make a clutch shot there, but it misses, and I notice the T54 Mod 1 is down, but so is the Conqueror. We have some scouts already up at near their base, so I take a quick shot at the T28 prototype, taking him out of the game. Our heavy push has failed, kinda heavy. You could say that is mainly my fault, because I didn't go with them, but I didn't feel comfortable there. Another great shot into the Rheinmetall Borsig. You see here the IS-6 is taking some heavy damage from the enemy E-75. I track him, try to angle a little better, see if I can beat his reload. I try to aim for the commander's edge. Well, I think I should have aimed for the lower plate, but I was aiming down, so I bounce a shot from the Jagdpanther 2. He is retreating, and I'm a little worried here because we're losing still by 2. I hope our arty is aimed at this position. I see that the E-75 is engaged. He's not coming forward yet, and I'm really trying to hold this corner. Arty fired at the Jagdpanther 2, missed, and it was too bad. I bounce, I think it's the upper plate. He shoots my tracks, and there comes the E-75, so I managed to get a shot into his side, but I didn't kill him. The Jagdpanther 2 panned me successfully here. I'm going for it, leaving him on 20 or 36 health. Preparing a return shot, he pans it again, so this was worrying, because right now it is me versus 2 enemy tanks and 3 artilleries, and I have only 2 pieces of arty backing me up. That was one arty shell. The E-75 made a mistake of coming out there, enabling me to take him out quite easily. I'm trying to do some little evasive maneuvers, wait with driving away till I'm unspotted. You saw that the arty was guessing. A quick shout out to the Jagdpanther 2 driver, Knuden, giving me a compliment on my gameplay. Thank you. I have been getting lucky because you bounced me twice, so RNG was probably with me that time. But I need to keep my head in the game. There is a Panther 2 on a one shot coming around the corner, and a Borsig, and this is where it is going to hurt. Or not, he bounces. And our arty misses, the enemy arty misses. I believe during the time I didn't know that our arty had fired, and I'm saying in chat, arty, question mark, where are you? Do you see this? But they apparently saw it and they already fired, but unfortunately they missed. So I'm trying to stay still arty safe and wait for our arty to be reloaded before I come out the other side again to spot the Borsig. I do try take a peek here, see if any of the other enemy arty drivers are coming down the middle, but nothing so far. I focus my attention back on this corner because I expect the Rheinmetall Borsig to come around here again and have another go at me. He is able to kill me with one shot, and he does have the pen to do it also, and there he is. And luckily for me, he bounced, enabling me to shoot him 1 second later, taking him out of the game. And again, I'm gonna sit here stationary, waiting at least 10 seconds before I move, making it hard for the enemy arty to predict my movement. If I started moving right away, I would still be spotted, and arty would have had a good guess in which direction I was going. Instead of that, I remained stationary. Right now the score is in our favor, 2 enemy arties, but they have not been spotted yet, and I'm trying to find a safe route down here, and I think I found one. I thought, well, I don't want to go down to on the left side, on the north side of the map, because that's too much open. This side is pretty much, yeah, arty is usually not sitting in their own base. They are on the northeastern corner or southeastern corner, so they would not have eyes on this part of the map, so enabling me to advance quite safely, close enough to their base. Maybe I thought I could cap, but I did realize that would not be the best option here. I would need to hunt down their arty, so I figured, well, let's take out the arty if they are there in the southeastern corner of the map. So I'm preparing to be spotted by arty. No, I did not expect it there. Luckily he didn't take his time aiming, he missed me, but I am aware of the fact that the enemy GW Tiger is aware of the fact that I am here right now. So I have been spotted, so they know where I am, and they can easily splash me to that. Unfortunately, I did not one-shot that, what was it, the Crusader SP. He spotted me again, so I need to get arty safe. I have a pretty good idea where the enemy arty is, because I didn't spot him here yet, so I figured he must be in, what is it, B0, C0. So this rock is really protecting me from it, but because I'm proximity spotted by the enemy arty, I cannot drive away, because the GW Tiger would notice that and take me out. So again, I asked our arty for help, but you might have noticed, there he fires and missed, unfortunately. So I take a risk here, turn around, drive away, and here is where it almost turned wrong. Luckily the enemy arty shell fell short, only tracking me. I'm not spotted anymore, so I turn around and try to go in an unexpected direction. So I take this route, hope to surprise, and I do surprise the Crusader SP, but by this time the GW Tiger is probably reloaded, so I stop, reverse backward. I do some evasive maneuvering here to make him guess where I am going before I move again forward, but on a different lane. And that was arty missing me. At this time our M53 is doing some derping. He's hunting down the GW Tiger, and he did spot him. I'm not sure really what's going on there, whether he fired and missed or not, but he is running around the GW Tiger. That gives me some time to close the distance and maybe help him out if that is needed. And as you can see, our M53 is going up the hill and down on the other side, while the GW Tiger is chasing him. And at this time I didn't realize it. I thought, okay, now our GW Tiger P will kill their GW Tiger, but no, he's still alive. So the M53 drives around, and I'm thinking by myself, okay, he's either going around and he faces me, and that way the M53 can kill him, but no, he is still waiting there, and okay, he killed the M53. That means he's facing the other way. So that gives me some time to close the distance again, come around this corner and surprise him. There he is, a quick shot on the move. Didn't track him. I try to ram him, but I'm aware I am on low health, so I use my tracks to take most of the damage. Reload, and taking him out, leaving me with 9 kills and a victory. And here are the post-game stats. This game got me the Top Gun, a high caliber Reaper, the Radley Walters medal for killing 9 enemy vehicles, Pescucci's medals for killing 3 arties, ending up with 5,102 damage, 9 kills, and a base experience of 1,506. And the second replay is one of the first battles I had after patch 9.9 went live. This is an encounter battle on Himmelsdorf. Again a tier 9 with only 3 tier 9s on either team. There is no arty, and I spawned quite favorably, almost at the top of the hill, so enabling me to get there quickly and get those early shots at the enemy team or the enemy tanks that are arriving on their side of the hill. And here we go. Fortunately, a couple of our friendly tanks are already here, caressing this ridge, bringing down the guns upon the arriving enemies. I take a nice hit into the side of the SU. I'm waiting, aiming for the IS, and just manage to hit the back of his tank while he scrambles for cover. I do notice there is a M41 Bulldog there. I take a shot at him, but that enables the enemy to shoot the side of my turret, which is quite weak. So again, I focus on the tanks there, and I effectively pant the enemy a Yak Panther. And I'm still aware that to our left there are a few tanks. There is the SU. Again, I had to shoot him because it is a dangerous tank. And again, the enemy made advantage of the fact that I bestowed my sight on the turret. Aim for the lower plate on the WZ, but the shot went a little too high and bounced on the upper plate. And every time I fire, I back up, and try to get in cover. I do bounce a couple of shots, some shells fly over. But I try to hold the line here, and as you notice, quite a lot of the enemy vehicles are lined up there, trying to take shots when we come up and show our turret. So I try and focus on the enemy, a Yak Tiger 88. Try to take him out of the game because he's a quick reload, and there come the first high explosive shells. Because they noticed they couldn't pan the turret, so they did the right thing. All they can do is either load gold or load the high explosive shells and do a little bit of splash damage. And I'm not sure why they are still there. The Type 61 is trying to do a little bit too aggressive of gameplay here. The Pershing misses, I come out and take him out, but again showing my sights to the enemies that are waiting for me there and enabling them to do a little more damage to me. And I could pan and track the WZ there. The Black Prince unfortunately has died. Now the next target is the T-26 Super Pershing. If you notice on the minimap, our team is quite aggressive on the cap and the left side of the map, which should be the case because almost all of the enemy tanks are here up on the hill. And also the Super Pershing is loading high explosive, and I'm down to a little over 300 hit points, so I have to be careful here. I'm aiming for the commander's hatch there, and a full hit. And luckily the tanks that are coming around the other side of the castle here are doing some great work in keeping the enemies distracted, enabling us to move up and finish off that WZ that has been holding this corner for quite some time. Quick shot into the side of his turret. Pershing finishes him off, but he gets a big hit from the enemy T-29 who is still hanging back on the ridge there. I'm aiming just below the turret, getting an effective shot in, but in return he kills our Pershing, who did not manage to find effective cover there. The other tanks of our team are rushing down the hill, taking the Super Pershing out, and leaving only 2 tanks alive on the enemy team. One of our tanks is still capping, but it should be over anytime soon. There goes the first enemy, and they stopped cap. They killed the last remaining enemy tank, and again this was a victory, resulting in a steel wall, scout medal, high caliber and Confederate, doing over 7,200 damage, blocking 4,000 damage, and earning a base experience of 1,349. And this is the end of the video featuring the M103. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and I will see you next time.